need to know about your daily financial news. First and foremost, let's go top down. I was lucky enough to be a part of an event in Fresno, California yesterday. Just about 600 people showed up, and we had some amazing speakers. Do me a favor, folks, if you were at the event, leave a comment below. Let me know what you thought. This event, unlike the event on the 12th, was an event where I got to work with 5 of my friends, and we brought in a lot of outside talent. What I want to do here is kind of summarize one aha or golden nugget I took from each speaker. There was a lot there, folks. If you were at the event, feel free to leave comments, leave golden nuggets from different individuals. I thought it was a very, very special day. First, let's give a shout out to Henry Washington. Henry Washington from Bigger Pockets fame, he has also been a guest on my channel in the past, was dropping pure gold, talking about building relationships with small banks. Folks, Henry shared with us how he has worked with small banks, built relationships like the lumberjack, right? You have heard the lumberjack talk about working relationships with bank, and Henry was talking about how his relationships with banks have improved. He now gets loans up to 70% of value. You and I, we get loans at 70% of purchase price. Why is that different? Well, Henry is an amazing negotiator. He goes out and works and finds pure gems. So he gave us this example. I am stealing it for him. There's a house that is trying to be sold for $100,000. Let's say that is the value. He goes in and negotiates a purchase because of time, because of urgency, whatever, and the seller lets it go for $65,000, right? So you and I have a purchase price of $65,000, as does Henry, but Henry's bank will loan up to 70% of value, which in this story is not the purchase price. It is $100,000. So it's just something that I need to do myself. There are several community banks around me. I need to go to establish relationships. Or if you are out there and you are doing the 7 ORAT rules, right? One of them is grow your network. Rule number 3, do yourself a favor. Add a community bank. Just go have a conversation. Go see what's going on there. So shout out Henry. Jamil Damji. He was in rare form yesterday, in my opinion. He just doesn't care. He basically, to all the wholesalers in the room said, you guys are overcomplicating it, right? Which list is the best? Which, mail this? Which skip trace? Which texting? He's like, folks, the market shifted. He goes, if you want to get a deal done today, go shop in the MLS. I'm like, what did he just say? He says, what happened? He says it went from a seller's market to a buyer's market. So if you want to know somebody who wants to sell, go to the MLS, go to Realtor, go to Redfin, go to Zillow, whatever your favorite app is. And then look at days on market. What have we been talking about? The same thing. And then Jamil went one step further than I have gone. This is what Jamil said. Shout out to him. He said, hey, if the property is listed at $200,000 and it's been on the market 60 days, write an offer at $100,000. He said, write an offer at 50%. Now, in fairness, even I haven't done that, but that doesn't mean the market doesn't get slow. If the market continues to slow and slow and slow, and again, your buy box, days on market, why not take a shot? Again, Patrick Bet David, I've given full credit to him. He said, write disrespectful offers. Jamil, I would say 50% offer is disrespectful. So you and Patrick totally agree. Then there's Pace Morby, an amazing guy. He is a wonderful storyteller. In fact, he used a story about bunnies to communicate a point. So I will do my best to summarize this for you. Very early in Pace's career of flipping homes, wholesaling homes, he found a seller who had a unique problem. Apparently, this seller's grandchild had given her 3 bunnies. And these were not little cottontail bunnies. These were big, big bunnies. And the seller needed to sell because she needed to have a change of life, but she wanted to take care of these bunnies. She wanted to make sure they were rehoused and taken care of because, again, they were gifts from her granddaughter. So Pace, in his all paceness, called up his mom, and his mom, this is Pace's word, not mine. He said, "My mom's a gangster." His mom drove down, picked up the bunnies, and rehoused them. So again, it's an amazing story. Why is that important? So you have to figure out what the seller needs. The seller was willing to sell their house at a discount, but they were not willing to sell until somebody took care of the bunnies. I would tell you, wholesalers, agents, people, even investors like myself, the last 2 years, we got used to fast. Got to go fast, got to go fast, got to go fast. This is going to be a process. You're going to do seller financing, you're going to do these things. Have a conversation. Get to know them. One sec, somebody wants to say hi. Hey, buddy, how are you? This guy's climbing on my leg. Of course, if you don't know who this is Sunny. I have another one in the other room. Happy she's asleep, I am sure. So again, back to what we took. Then we got Jason Pritchard, who hopefully we talked to today. He is the best investor in Fresno. You've heard me say it many, many times. He gave a moving story about a low point in his life. And it is his story. I will let him tell it if you would like to repeat it. But let's just say, mindset is everything. If Jason can come from where he was to where he is now in 8 short years, what the hell is your excuse? And again, I will let him share his story if he would like. But yeah, mindset is everything. I have come to realize that mindset is like a muscle. It is not something that you talk about, you think about every couple of days. It is a muscle. It needs to be worked. And again, shout out Jason for sharing that story. Next up, Dean. Dean, former NFL player, shared with us how going from the NFL career where he was thinking he might really hurt himself, concussions and all of that, where he quit, left what he was chasing, how he's gone on to build a big business. He has created an amazing program. Again, talk about squad up. He calls it Friends with Benefits. I think that is a hilarious and very creative strategy. Basically, what it is, hey, you got a deal? Let's partner. I have a network. I have this. I have that. Let's win together. Dean is doing more and more deals and willingly cutting JV checks and all of those things, making sure everybody gets paid. And Dean, I saw some of those Friends with Benefits shirts out in the audience. Great job, my friend. Next up, Stratton. Stratton Brown's been on the channel many, many times. He is part of the hub calls on Monday. The man is investing in his mindset. He is getting around people. He is growing a virtual assistant company to 150 employees from Fresno, California. He's doing self-storage deals and all of these things. He is purposely getting around people doing what he wants. He's like, guys, your friends and family don't get it. They want you to succeed, but they haven't done it. You got to get around people where you can get true advice from. And then Ty, TYLG, my Friday financial wrap up, also part of the hub call on Monday. He's like, I've been here before, right? The market has changed. Some people are going to get hurt, but your mindset, understand what is coming. The next 2 years are going to be amazing. They're going to be very different than the last 2 years, but they are going to be amazing nonetheless. So again, folks, one of the things that I saw in a lot of the IG or Instagram posts that I was copied on is mindset is everything. And I agree with you. I believe that session right after lunch was the most important session. Everything was amazing. So again, a little pearl of wisdom if you weren't there from each of our speakers. Next, we did 2 events back-to-back in Fresno. One was one rental at a time. One was featured Henry, Pace, and Jamil. Kind of my thoughts. One sec. There you go. When I look at the 2 events and I pool all of the one rental at a time folks together, I want to say this. One rental at a time is not the biggest channel. One rental at a time is not the fastest growing channel. But what I would do is I would take our 40,000 members, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, and I would stack that up against any other channel on this metric. I believe one rental at a time attracts people willing to do the work. Maybe you need some guidance, maybe you need some order, maybe you need some questions answered, but one rental at a time wants to do the work. I got that clear as day last week. I got it again yesterday. So I want to thank you for being a part of one rental at a time. One rental at a time doesn't exist without you. The number of times that you all share with me how you're inviting other doers to the family is amazing. So for me to you, this Thanksgiving week, this holiday season, I wanted you to know that I see you. I thank you. And again, one rental at a time is a community of people doing the work. Again, not the biggest, not the fastest, but I believe we are doing the work. And the folks that are doing the work are changing lives. Again, I want to be clear. If you learn average in your buy box, you won. You learned a skill. If you write an offer and make it a great deal for your buy box, you won. Now, we send these cards out, right? This one for your first one, this one for your next one. When you actually get a deal, I want you to hear from me. Writing your first great offer is a win. Some of you watching this have done the work, but you have not written an offer. Your first offer needs to be celebrated. Celebrate that thing. So again, I am thrilled with one rental at a time, having you be a part of this. It's just amazing. So thank you very much. Something I've been reading about, I was trying to figure out why Home Depot and Lowe's are, winning, are exceeding expectations, all of that. There was a survey done by, I don't know how to say this, Houzz, Houzz. They interviewed 4,000 homeowners, and only 1% have canceled home improvements in 2022. People are staying put. People are making the financial decision that says, honey, we are going to live here for several years, so change the color of the bathroom, change the countertops. That is why Home Depot and Lowe's are winning. It's why housing transactions are down. Interest rate lock-in is real. We are seeing that decision to stay put impact Lowe's and Home Depot, in my opinion. And again, according to this 4,000 member survey, they are seeing it as well. JP Morgan. This is something that I talked about, I believe, on the Friday financial wrap-up, which we'll post later today, but it bears repeating. Wall Street, private equity, hedge funds, deep pockets are coming for single-family rentals. JP Morgan has allocated another $1 billion to single-family rentals. And again, as you will see when the Friday financial news posts later today, they have a buy box from memory. This is from memory, 2 to 4 bedrooms. I'm sorry, I should say new construction, 2 to 4 bedrooms, 1,500 to 2,500 square feet, 2-car garage. If a buy box is good enough for JP Morgan, who's got $1 billion, isn't it good enough for you? Just saying. And then lastly, I posted a video yesterday afternoon about my latest purchase that is in escrow. It is not closed. I appreciate all of the feedback. That voice you hear in the video is clearly not mine. That is one of my guys, Adam, who is on my Monday hub calls. Let's just say he and I disagree with how disgusting that home is. But disgusting equals money. Disgusting equals money. Again, I will take you along the entire process, just like I'm doing on my first purchase. My intention is to post raw walkthrough videos at least every other day. We will keep you updated on financials, any other surprises. Again, if I'm going to be doing this and showing you, I'm going to have to share the good and the bad. If I make money, great. If I lose money, great. But we are going to do it together. So I want to be very clear about that house yesterday. It is disgusting. There is very, very little that I am excited about. But good news, nothing in that house is I haven't seen before. So again, so catch you up on this. I have gone back to the sellers and asked for a little bit more of a discount. So we locked it up at 180. My team went through. I identified a couple of things that I thought were a little worse than I expected. I have now sent them a counter. We'll see if they respond. So right now, this deal might blow up. Don't know. Don't know. And again, don't care. If it works, great. If it doesn't, on to the next one. So again, it is an escrow. I have wired my EMD to show how serious I am, which in this case was 10 grand. I've sent them a counter. It is now in their hands. We shall see what happens. So folks, have an amazing day. It is Sunday, November 20th. And again, if you were at the event, the first one, the second one, I want to thank you. Again, remember, we will do an event in Vegas. It will be 2 days after we hit 50,000. I hope to see you there. Like, subscribe, comment, share the channel with people that want to do the work. Let's see how long it takes. Bye-bye.